Guys, it's your girl Kizzy Rock, and yes, Kizzy Rock is my birth given name. Happy Thursday. Want to say hey to all my subscribers, new as well as seasoned. I got a word for you. Tap in. Happy Thursday, guys. So really quickly, guys, several of you guys have emailed me in regards to not responding back to your email with your topics. And I had to literally go dig for the email. Some of you guys, if I have not responded back to you in regards to your topic, please send me a follow-up email, because I promise you, I'm not ignoring you. Some of these emails get lost in the sauce because I get a lot of emails, and I don't want you to think that I'm ignoring you. So yeah, send me a follow-up email. So for this topic, I'm finally working from home today, so I'm trying to really catch up on some of these topics. I'm really behind, but a good sis by the name of Cheryl, I don't ever call names. She suggested I do. I don't know why. Maybe she wants her ex to hear it. I don't know. But Cheryl emailed me in regards to a video she heard of mine when it comes down to putting up boundaries. Also, quote unquote, losing the chosen one. Why don't people recognize good things when they have it? Was dating someone. They recently broke up like 2 months ago. She caught him doing some stuff and he won't leave her alone, that type of thing. So she feels all over the place. Okay. So sis, I want to start here. Also, good men get cheated on all the time too. So for my guys, this is going to be for men also, but it's going to sound like it's geared more towards women, because obviously I am a woman, and also I'm responding to a woman, but getting where you fit in. So here's the thing, sis. That's not true. It's not that people don't realize they have good people in their lives. People know when they have good people in their lives. The issue is they just think you will never leave. Because as a good person, that means you have a great heart. That means you can tolerate more stuff. They may even see you as a pushover. And they have no clue when it comes to a chosen one. They don't understand how we move. A chosen one is never, ever a pushover. However, they will probably allow maybe a little more stuff. Just depends on what that stuff is, right? Before they really, really cut you off. The difference with the chosen one versus the average one can cut you off and keep returning over and over to that nonsense. When a chosen person cuts you off, they cut you off for life. Why? Because as a chosen one, your heart is pure. Your spirit is pure. So your motives were always pure and authentic. So when you move from a place of love. So you're going to give, you're going to love, you're going to you're giving it all from an authentic place. So when that energy is not reciprocated, or when it's betrayed, then when you finally leave, there's nothing else to give, because you gave it all when you were there. See, with the average person, not a chosen one, with the average person, they come in lacking. They're not going to give like you give. This is why you're so rare. The average person don't move like you move. The average person is selfish. The average person don't care about anybody about themselves. So if they ever have to leave, they return easily because they never gave it all. So they still got more energy, more this, more that. You don't have any more energy. You're tapped out because you already gave it all. So please don't ever think that people don't know greatness when they have it. They just think you will never leave, because for some reason people tend to think that people with great hearts will like never get. No. One thing you do not want to do is ever push a person with a great heart to the point of no return, because they will never, ever, ever, ever return. Next is, when it comes to boundaries, you're going to have to establish boundaries for yourself. That's not, I just told somebody this the other day, actually. You can't teach boundaries, if you will. You can give tips to how to put certain boundaries in place, but that's going to literally be a process where you have to literally implement certain behaviors for yourself. Like you create a boundary with somebody, and then you have the backup follow-up behavior to say no, whatever it is, right? So that's something you have to keep practicing on. And then the more and the more you put the boundaries in place, then it becomes easier for you over time. So it's not about not having that queasy feeling of, oh, I'm going to disappoint them. It's about putting your needs first, protecting your peace first. Because if there's anybody who's genuinely in your life, if you give them a boundary, if they don't respect it, then they're just not your people. They're just not your people. So you're going to have to come up with your own boundary. Now, I got to hit this from different points of views because it's perspectives. As a chosen one, again, when we're done, we're done. So many times that look like cutting people completely off. There is absolutely no anger. Like there's no resentment. It's truly something where you can release them enough to know that you did your part. Again, this is why I stress over and over to people in life in general, stop matching energies. You cheat, I'm going to cheat. You did this, I'm going to do this. And I get the whole concept. Like some people feel like, well, I'm going to make you feel the same hurt you made me feel. But I get it. Right? I get it. Again, perspective thinker here. I get it. But there is no feeling in the world better than being able to walk away with no residue, with no guilt, with no nothing. Do you know how freeing it is to be able to release somebody who did you wrong and you did absolutely nothing to them? Now, if you're not evolved, you're gonna latch on to the, oh, they betrayed me, I was good to you, you hurt me. See, that's where that anger is gonna sit. You can't see it like that. You got to change your perspective. You got to see it as, I'm the prize. That's your loss. You're the fool, but I don't hate you. You just messed up a good thing. I wish you well, because you're going to go through hell every trying to find another one of me, but I don't hate you. The season is up. That's all. But when you latch on and you hold on to that perspective of I was good to you, you cheated, I was good to you, you did it, that's going to keep you in anger. Release them. But this is why, again, you give your all. This is why you don't match energies. This is why you do whatever you do it times 10. Whatever you do, you hit that thing times 10, meaning nobody else can compete or compare with you on how you move when it comes down to who you move with. They will have to spend a lifetime trying to find another you. Why should you have to walk around with all this hostility, anger, and resentment of, you did this to me, I was faithful to you, That's unfair to you. Why you got to carry that energy? Let them carry that energy of guilt. That's not for you to carry. You're the prize. You're the chosen one. You got choices. You know how many people was mating or waiting for them to mess up? So why are you mad? Why are you angry? You did your part. Bro, you did your part. She said she wanted a good man. God sent her a good man, but she was used to what terms y'all be using? Dusties and Taquan, child. Like, she messed up, bro. So why you can't get out the bed? And this is hitting me. Here's another thing where you got to realize too. The majority of the time, we got to stop taking things personal. Meaning, let's just say, bro, you found out she cheated. She went back to the 304 or whatever y'all be saying. Well, no, 304 I think is a woman, I think. Child, all these terms got me so mixed up. Right. She went back to the dusty. Do you know most times that has nothing to do with you? The enemy will have you playing up in your mind, making you think you're not good enough. You're the prize. It was never about you. It's about her. That's her struggle. She haven't leveled up. See, how can people really recognize what they got if they haven't leveled up to that level? So she didn't even realize that God sent her a great man. So she messed that up. She fumbled. Because anybody who's evolved, let me tell you something. When it comes down to a chosen one, when we meet great people, like seriously, when we meet great people, other chosen people, or just people who are leveled up or evolved, oh, we lock that down. Oh, we lock it down and we will cut everything else off because we know what good people are. We know the benefits that come with great people. We know how rare that is. So we move a certain way because we know we're evolved enough to know what that looks like. But a person who is not evolved yet, and they're still moving at lower frequencies, they can't recognize a good person. So they're going to self-sabotage. They're going to mess it up. They're going to lie. They're going to cheat. They're going to mess it up. So why are you holding on to that, bro, that you weren't good enough for her? You're the prize. You're chosen. You're the prize. I know, there's a whole shebang about men and women being the prize. Chosen people are the prize, period. Get in where you fit in. Let them go. You can never, ever, ever, ever be enough for the wrong person. I don't care how good you are. I don't care if you treat them like royalty. They cannot receive you on the level if they are the wrong individuals. They will never be satisfied. They will always look for more because it's not you, it's them. The right woman, the right man will appreciate everything that you bring to the table, so much so that they would do everything in their power to be sure that they move the right way in fear of ever losing that. So again, I ask, why are you in the bed, bro? Why is your mind fluttering about a 304, bro? Do you know how rare you are, bro? It's hard to find a level up dude these now. You're rare. And you thinking that you're not good enough for a 304 because she done turned you out. Listen. And I get it. I'm not clueless here. I know some people have a very, very difficult time. They have to go through a whole grieving process when it comes down to walking away from people or once a relationship ends or whatever the case may be. But again, I feel like this is just me personally, right? I do understand that part of it and that perspective. But me personally, the way I've always lived my life is if I'm in your life, I don't care if it's professionally, I don't care if it's romantically, I don't care if it's friendship. If I'm in your life, I'm going to bring it from every angle. So when I walk, you're going to feel it from every angle. So when it's time to walk, I have no regrets. I'm not perfect, far from it, right? Far from it. But when it comes down to purity, when it comes down to moving a certain kind of way, when it comes down to loyalty, when it comes down to hitting it from every angle, I'm good. That's your loss, bro. I'm good. Never to return again. I'm good. Don't hate you, but I'm good on you. Period. Period. And that's how it should be. And that doesn't mean you don't take time to grieve and you got to still process things, right? We're not saying that. Right? We're human. You got to process things, but you don't sit up in that stuff. No. So since those boundaries depends on you, right? There's some people I had to put boundaries up, meaning I had to have that one last conversation like, listen, I need to release you Meaning, I need you to understand that I don't hate you, honestly. I need you to understand that there's no animosity. I need you. I know that, but I need you to understand it. Because if you understand that, then you won't be trying to harass my nerve and flying kites looking for me because you think I'm upset. I'm not. I promise you, I'm not upset with you, but I release you. So there are people that you're going to have to release and release for good. There's others that you're going to have to release, but their mind's going to be so screwed up with guilt that they're going to come up with all kind of manipulation tactics to make you feel like men, like speaking for men right now. Men know that women are moved by words. Child, the average woman, the average chick don't care nothing about your words. You can write a whole book on words. She's not moved by words. For one, she hears those same words all day, every day. So those words mean absolutely nothing. It's about your actions. So for some people, when you got these manipulating personalities, these can look like narcissists or just people who don't want to take accountability for their own actions. So their own guilt is eating them up. They will try to bombard you, right? And that's annoying because I'm the kind of person, if you messed up, leave people alone. Like, how are you stressing somebody out because you messed up? Make it make sense, right? But then there are some people that you're going to have to give firm boundaries. Listen, you can have access to me with boundaries, right? And that may look like, just for an example, I mean, you got to implement your own boundaries. That can look like you can shoot me a good morning text. You can say, hey, how are you doing? That's not going to be every day, all day, right? Meaning, like, when you start to cross those boundaries, and what they do, they will, because they're, again, they tend to think that good-hearted people don't ever such and such. So that may now go from good morning, they're staying with a boundary, and 3 days later, I miss you. That can look like an immediate block, or that can look like one last conversation. If you text me anything in regards to that nonsense and that foolishness, take it how you want to take it. You can stick with the good mornings, or you can stick with this block for life. Pick a struggle. You got to get firm with people like this. Boundaries is firmness. I don't care anything about a good heart. I don't care. They disrespected you. They didn't appreciate you. They messed up on you. So why are you considering their feelings? Did they consider yours? Did they consider yours? Did they consider how you would feel when they got caught? Next perspective. If you know you have some unresolved feelings there, right? A lot of the times with chosen people, what'll happen is God processes you over time. Meaning, let's just say it's a 1-year relationship. I'm just making an example here. There's a 1-year relationship. Okay, God already showed you things within the relationship. Right? It starts off really fiery and all that good stuff. And then towards the middle, he starts to show you certain things about this person's character. So it's almost like he starts preparing you, if you will. In fact, you may know that you should let them go, but some other things kind of got you tied there. So over time, he'll allow you to see some things. He'll allow you to find some things out. And I can't really explain it, but spiritually, you're being processed. And so once it does come to the end and to the head, you're already ready for it to be released. So there's really no residue because all that stuff was dealt with within. But if there's unresolved feelings because maybe, you still were like on 10 at the end and then you found something out or whatever, you're going to be in the struggle between spirit and flesh. Again, that's why it's obedience over emotions. But and when you're struggling with flesh and spirit, okay, the flesh will tell you, oh, I can still talk to them every day. I'm going to hold these walls up. No. Obedience over emotion. God will tell you clearly what the boundary is. God will tell you clearly if you have to release them, have that one last conversation and cut them off for life. Right? He'll tell you exactly how to move with that. But your flesh will have you wanting to read old text message threads, delete that stuff. Delete that foolishness. Right? Their flesh will have you sitting here trying to read messages about manipulating tactics and words that, oh, I think he does still love me. Girl, bro, delete that foolishness. Right? If they really cared, they would have never, ever jeopardized losing you, period. So that's going to be something that you have to sit down with yourself and have a true, authentic conversation with yourself. Where does the boundaries need to be? What you can what you can handle, what you can't handle. What the God says versus what your flesh is saying. So those are different perspectives. But again, ultimately, I know my perspective is only one. My perspective is give everything within the relationship. Everything. Do everything the best of your ability. Don't reciprocate and retaliate behaviors. If you do, when it's time to walk, you're going to carry just as much guilt as they are going to carry. If you stand firm on who you are and allow God to let that stuff unfold and you kept it thorough the whole time, you get to walk. You get to bounce with no guilt. You get to move with the clean slate. Once you go through your whatever you need, a grieving season, a healing season, watch God send the individuals who's always meant to be. It's your girl, Kizzy Rock.